Hey guys, welcome back to Percy's Tuesday Tip video. I'm back, the one and only Kaylee Ann, and I have the best person ever next to me. Say your name.
Your name.
No. We're redoing that. Say Percy. Say... No, you're not even that funny. It's like these jokes. Hey guys, welcome back to Percy's Tuesday Tip video. The one and only Kaylee Ann is here with the one and only
Percy.
This video today is going to be about like water filters, keeping your water clean, and making sure like you have clean water because you don't want to drink gross water. Imagine having like brown water coming out. That's gross. Keep your water nice and clean. That's the better water it is. And Percy is going to take it over.
All right, so there's a bunch of different ways to filter your water, but I'm going to focus on a whole house water system. Out here in the country where we are, in Litchfield, we have a lot of places, well, pretty much everyone has a well that gets water or a well point. Those are kind of neat. Didn't realize those existed until recently. Google well point. Those are pretty cool. Maybe we'll stick an image of a well point. So, whole house water filters basically is something that looks similar to this. I apologize for the green stripe. That's going to be transparent. And the whole idea of this is to get sediment out of your water. And depending on the type of filter you use, you can actually help improve flavor as well. Now, this isn't going to take, pathogens or bacteria or anything like that out. If you have those issues, you need to think about talking to a professional. But this will take care of a lot of common issues with well water, because if you have sediment, like a little bit of sand getting into your whole house, like all your plumbing fixtures, basically toilets don't work right, they'll plug up and you can't flush the toilet, or the float will stick, or the screens on the back of your washing machines get plugged up, and then your washing machine doesn't want to open and close properly when you're trying to get the water into it. So that's a mess. So basically, there's different types of filters that you're going to put within your whole house water system. If you're trying to reduce fine sediment, you would want to get like a 5-micron filter. So think of like a window screen. And if you had big mesh in your window screen, like big holes, you would have more product coming through those holes. So with a finer screen, you would have less stuff coming through. So the positive with that is you're filtering out all the fine particles if you have those in your water, but they can plug up faster is the negative part of that. And sometimes that can reduce your flow rate. So this particular set that I have in my hand is a 5-micron rating, and it'll do 4 gallons per minute. And this will do a whole house. That's acceptable for that. Now, if you don't have so much sediment, this is a 10-micron filter. And again, sorry for the green stripe that you can see through. And it's still the same flow per gallon. Now, if your water's pretty clean and you don't have a lot of issues, you don't think you need to do your whole house, there's under sink options. So this can mount underneath your sink. And in the very bottom corner, there's a tiny little graphic that shows where it would mount under your sink. And a lot of times you would have a separate faucet in your sink specifically for drinking water. This you can use to for that particular reason. You can also help improve flavor with that. And those water filters are 0.5-micron filters, but you're only going to get about 0.5 gallon per minute flow out of there. So notice how this one is the back of it. Let's flip that around. See how that's dark colored versus these? That's a carbon wrap. So that's designed to help improve flavor. That's unactivated carbon, I believe, is how that's termed. So that will help get some of the flavor out some of the gross flavor out versus just a regular one that's just filtering out sediment. These cost a little bit more money. And there's also available in your under sink one as well if you want to do that specifically. People can confuse these. This is an under sink one. It says under sink on it, whereas this is a whole house water filter. They look identical. They also make a larger diameter one, which I should have grabbed one, and I totally didn't think of that till just now. They make a larger diameter one. Some whole house systems use the larger ones, but not everyone. You want to change your water filters
Every 3 months.
At least every 3 months, yes. Some places you're going to have to do it more often. If you have a lot of sediment, you'll notice the water pressure in your home will reduce. That's because your filter is getting filled up. It's getting too plugged up to actually keep the flow rate up where it needs to be. So you just have to replace them a little bit more frequently if you have a lot of sediment. So yeah, that's kind of the basics on that. So yeah, just some common things, and the different sizes do confuse people. So we're glad we were able to kind of narrow that down for you as far as different types and different ratings within the types. So yeah, so that's all for the water filters. If you do have, again, more complicated problems, get your water tested. I believe we have water test kits here. And if all else fails and you're concerned, there's laboratories in the state that do that. And there's also companies, even locally, that do water testing and more involved water treatment for people that have bigger problems. So yeah, that's kind of it for the whole water filters. We're gonna move on to the random items of the week.
This week, random item, we're gonna bump him out, and we're gonna first tell the fun item of the week for me. So, first thing is Dunkin' iced coffee. You'd probably never expect a hardware store to have this. You have the French vanilla and the mocha. You got two options, but if you walk in a hardware store, you don't expect them. You'd expect them to have like drinks and everything, but not caffeinated drinks like this. So come to your local hardware store and get your Dunkin' iced coffee instead of going way over to Dunkin'. It might be Richmond's the closest or Sebastian's is the closest to you, but right here in Litchfield, get your Dunkin' iced coffee. They might not come in the fancy cup, but they just come in this little bottle, and all you do is shake to wake, and best served chilled. Come on to your local hardware store and get your shake to wake. I'm bringing back Percy so he can say his fun item of the week.
So with spring coming, a lot of people will have water issues around their home. So if you have gutters and you need to adjust the angle of them or reroute them different places, this is a flexible downspout adapter that kind of can move in all sort of different directions. And we also have piping that can attach to this and move it away from your foundation. That can prevent you from having some flooding issues. So that's one random thing you may not expect a hardware store to have, but I have it. I think it's a pretty neat item. And then another random item that you may not expect us to have. This is a water pressure regulator for an RV. Basically, they're only designed to have a certain amount of pressure going through them. This is preset at 40 to 50 PSI. Anything beyond that could damage some of the plumbing in your RV. And we also have some other RV items. I think we might have touched on those in the past, but just kind of that time of year is coming up. So I thought we'd just kind of throw this in here, some random things that we have. So yeah, there's a couple quick random items.
My second fun item of this week, your local hardware store might have like a regular utility knife or like all kinds of different little tools, but Gerber Essentials, they're like multi-tools. So we have multi-tools, we have a mini one and then like a larger one. And what it has on it is scissors, retail package opener, fine edge blade, bottle opener, tweezers, wire cutters, spring-loaded pliers, lanyard ring, coarse file, small flathead driver, and fine file, medium flathead driver. Has all that on just this little thing. The gray one. This is the bigger gray one. You open it, boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. And you're gonna pinch the sides. So you got little dots on them. The middle dot, little pincher thing, you pull it down. It just slides into place. Shove it into your pocket, and boom, you got it. All right. So for the fun items this week, this is like my little pointer. We have the Gerber and the caffeinated drinks with the Dunkin' coffees. And we got flexible downspout adapter. And we also have, what was the other one? An RV water pressure regulator. Thank you guys for coming by Tuesday tip video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video, and comment down below. Keep the water clean.
At the very least, we hope you, if you didn't get any good tips out of this, hope you at least get a laugh out of it.